Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. So before we dive into the micro structures here, let me take you through the daily time frame briefly. And in this scenario here, we can still see an ABC structure in wave 4 that formed. That wave 4 might have topped, but honestly, I don't have a clear confirmation that we've already started wave 5 to the downside. It's possible because the wave 4 did what it needed to do. It reached the 3170 to 3356 area, which was my ideal target for wave 4. So, it did what it needed to do, basically, this wave 4, right? However, of course, there can be some extensions. We might still see another push to the next fib level at, for example, 3356, yeah, or maybe even here, the upper boundary line of our trend channel. It wouldn't be surprising because I haven't seen any 5-wave decline yet. We had a break below first micro support, but that was not a confirmation that we have topped. Simply a first indication that the top of sorts might be in place. So that is always when we take a step back. But I have to say, and I'll show you on the smaller time frame, as explained in the member update earlier today, I can still see the pathway to another high potentially. So it's too early to confirm a top, especially considering that Bitcoin also should ideally form another high. We talked about that in the Bitcoin update. All right. So I would say let's just talk a little bit about that fifth wave to the downside, which should, eventually take us to another low. For example, in the area between 2626 to 2258, if we obviously, avoid a break above resistance, because as soon as we break above resistance, well, the market changes its face and it will become a bit more bullish. That means over the last couple of weeks, you might remember it, we've been watching for higher prices. Those higher prices have happened. They've occurred, okay? Remember, the price was very much oversold. I think it was the most oversold reading for many, many years here when we kind of mid-November at some point, I sent an update out. And so price dipped a little lower, but now we are back above those lows from mid-November. And but it's done what it needed to do. And for a wave 4, this is already good. Of course, it could stretch a little higher. I think it might give us another high based on micro action, but we're far away from confirming anything more bullish. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame for ETH. Now here we can, it's unchanged, we can still see here an A, B, C structure, right? That C wave should be a 5-wave advance. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. It is possible that we already formed 5 waves, as explained in the last video. We reached the 100% extension, the 3210 level. But what did we want to see for further confirmation that we have topped? Well, at a minimum, there was a break below a micro support area that happened. Then we wanted to see 5 waves down, hasn't happened, and the break below the Wednesday low hasn't happened. And so based on latest price action, I can still see the pathway to higher prices. I've added this support zone here, $3,000 basically is the key level here that needs to hold to keep this one alive. That's basically the same count that Bitcoin is following. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because we have a very clear 3-wave move down. So we had an initial decline labeled wave A B-wave bounce, and a C-wave decline. And we now even have something that looks a little bit like a 5-wave move up again. So it could be wave 1 of 5. If we now get a pullback, it could be wave 2 of 5. And then we could ultimately move higher like this towards the next fib levels in the 3,340 area. To keep this plausible, the price should hold the $3,000 level. And to keep the idea alive that wave 4 has bottomed already, ideally the price would hold the 3085 level, $3,085. This is simply a micro support area I've added to the chart. 3,120, 3,110, and 3,100 and $3,085 as relevant Fibonacci support levels. We don't need to test this area, right? I mean, to confirm an uptrend, ideally we get some upside momentum soon, and that could be a start of a 5th wave, right? And especially if we get a break above the B wave high at $3,225. That's the update on Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then check out our membership. If you want to take it further, feel free to follow us here on X as well, by the way. But on our membership page, on our channel page, there's a trailer that explains the member benefits. Yeah. You can, for example, also see member updates. Yeah, today I covered virtuals, for example. And you can also see the member live session links. And if you're a gold member, you can even join our Discord server. So yeah, check it out on Discord. Obviously, there are many, many more updates. You can also connect to the community and much more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.